Tonight on Country Insider Daily, we're diving deep into one of the most unexpected, unfiltered, and downright fascinating behind-the-scenes stories in modern country music. The story of Chase Matthew. He's the guy fans still call a new artist, even though he's already on his third full album. He's the opener who shows up with gifts for the headliners. He's the kid who didn't finish high school, now touring with Keith Urban, Luke Bryan, Jason Aldean, and stacking Rolexes and AR rifles in the process. And tonight, we break it all down: the fame, the fans, the chaos, the chest tattoo, the Rolex flex, and the wild moment when Keith Urban personally demanded he join the tour. Strap in, this is Country Insider Daily, and this is the unfiltered rise of Chase Matthew. The story opens in a Nashville studio. Chase Matthew walks in, joking about having two first names, Chase and Matthew. To most people it's harmless, but to him it's become a whole identity crisis. Even doctors get it wrong. Appointments show up as Matthew Chase. Fans think Matthew is his last name. People joke, "Bro, you got two first names." But here's the twist. His real last name is Matthew at all, it's McQuitty. That's right. The artist known as Chase Matthew is actually Chase McQuitty. And he even suggests maybe one day he'll release an alter ego rap album under the name Matthew Chase. Think Garth Brooks and Chris Gaines, but Gen Z country edition. That's the chaotic energy we're dealing with today. Chase sits down wearing a Jockey collab shirt. How'd the collab happen? He doesn't know. Maybe someone saw him performing on Luke Bryan's tour. Maybe it was luck. Maybe it was fate. But in the interview he drops one of the most unintentionally hilarious lines of the whole conversation. "I'm wearing Jockey underwear right now. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that." Welcome to Nashville's fastest-rising unfiltered star. He's also on his third album, which shocks casual listeners. People still think he's new. He doesn't mind. He's in a 10-year town, where recognition takes time, sometimes 6, 7, even 8 albums. Yet here he is already breaking through. His new album is called Chase. Not Matthew, not McQuitty, just Chase. Why? Because for him, chase is a verb. Everyone's chasing something: dreams, purpose, success, meaning. And he wanted his album to reflect that theme. He admits he didn't finish high school, so he's not totally sure if chase counts as an adjective or a verb in the branding sense, but the sentiment stands. This year, he says, is his year of chasing greatness. Here, where the story turns brutal. Last year, Chase performed 145 shows. That's a show every 2.5 days, except it's not spaced evenly like that. Sometimes it's 4 or 5 nights in a row. Sometimes it's Wednesday through Sunday nonstop. Sometimes he's running on fumes, surviving off adrenaline and something called Magic Mind, a nootropic drink filled with lion's mane, mushroom, and caffeine. His words: "I'm talking my ass off right now, that stuff works." The man is touring like a machine. No vocal injuries, no burnout, just pure momentum. Then the story takes us overseas to Australia, where everything shifts. Because when Chase walks through airports in the US, he's a rising star. But in Australia, he's nobody until he says 8 magic words. "We're with Keith Urban." That's when the chaos begins. Fans freak out. People scream Nicole Kidman's name. Airport workers swarm them like paparazzi light. Chase realizes something: in Australia, Keith Urban is royalty. Then comes the moment of moments. He meets Nicole Kidman for the first time. He steps off stage sweaty and exhausted, and suddenly Keith and Nicole are rushing toward him in excitement, hugging him like he's already a superstar. He didn't even realize how big she was because he didn't grow up watching movies. But now, he'll be telling that story to his kids one day. Now we get to the part of the story everyone's talking about: the gift-giving scandal. Most opening acts don't give gifts to the headliner. It's like giving your billionaire uncle a birthday present, awkward and unnecessary. But Chase, he does it anyway. Luke Bryan's gift, a Louis Vuitton bag he jokingly called a hunting bag, plus watch holders for Luke's crew. Jason Aldean's gift, a custom AR rifle with his logo built into the design. Meanwhile, Jason Aldean's gift to Chase, a fully custom Rolex with the tour engraved on the back. Chase didn't even know what a Rolex was. Everybody's like, "Bro, it's a Rolex." And I'm like, "Oh, cool, I don't know anything about watches." He wore it once to an event Jason invited him to. He says the thing is so heavy he can't handle it, but he displays it in a glass case at home like a museum piece, pointing it out to guests like, "Yeah, Jason Aldean gave me that right there." Flex level, elite country boy. Now we hit one of the wildest parts of this entire journey. A fan at a meet and greet lifts his shirt and says, "Sign my chest." Chase thinks it's a joke. He signs big and bold all the way across. The fan says he'll get it tattooed. Chase bets him he won't. The next night, one night later, at a show 90 minutes away, the guy walks in with Chase's signature tattooed across his entire chest, nearly down to his belly button. Chase's reaction: "I hope he's already married." It is both legendary and terrifying. Chris Janson, chart-topping singer, recently said Chase is his favorite up-and-coming artist. But here's the twist. He'd never heard Chase's music. He just liked Chase's vibe and personality. That says something powerful. In Nashville, relationships can matter as much as songs. This is the moment Chase realized he made it. A Live Nation exec walks up smoking a cigarette like a movie character delivering prophetic news. He tells Chase, "Keith Urban has called me 6 times this week. He won't stop bugging me. He wants you on tour." Chase freezes. "Keith Urban knows who I am?" That was the pinch me moment. That was when everything changed. Chase shares another wild hypothetical. If he had to tattoo a country artist on himself, he'd tattoo Jason Aldean's face on his arm, but purposely stretch Jason's forehead to make it funny. He even imitates Jason's voice, badly, but hilariously. He also talks about fan meet and greets, about lyrics tattooed on fans' bodies, and about the responsibility of being a rising star. Chase says he can't stop writing songs. He makes music constantly, voice memos, guitar riffs, random lyrics typed in his notes. He hints at major collaborations coming soon, but can't reveal names yet. He says radio fans are extremely loyal, very different from social media fans, and have inspired a whole new wave of creativity in him. He praises Lauren Elena and their collab All My Exes, which just became one of the most added songs at country radio. And he leaves us with this: "I'm always creating. I can't turn it off. I'm chasing something, and I want fans to chase their dreams too." So tonight, what do we walk away with? A picture of a rising star who's equal parts humble, hilarious, chaotic, grateful, and determined. He's the kid with 2 first names, the artist with a Rolex he doesn't know how to wear, the opener who gifts AR rifles to headliners, the touring machine doing 145 shows a year, the country boy who met Nicole Kidman sweaty and starstruck, and the guy Keith Urban called 6 times to hire. This is Chase Matthew, unfiltered, unstoppable, and undeniably on his way to the top.